Hello and welcome to A Beer and a Bet, episode 11.
Yeah, coming live from Ganno's dungeon, where he's going to turn a mouse into a man here.
Yep, golf day, not too far away, 13th of September. Few spots left for that, and Beery's been swinging it like an absolute bastard, so we've got him up here. We've already spent half an hour in his golf swing. How's it going?
Mate, I've knocked up. It started terrible, then I started swinging all right, then fatigue kicked in of doing some form of exercise for more than 10 minutes, and I'm cramping up, but I'm going to push on because I don't want to be embarrassed in the golf day. I've had my ass handed to twice in the last fortnight on the golf course, so things got to change. Nothing changes if nothing changes, and here we are getting it done.
That's a new stable slogan.
Motto, yeah.
Yep, and
like John Sepka getting it tattooed around my neck. Nothing changes if nothing changes.
And speaking of changes, 3 winners, absolutely flying.
Big changes, yeah. They started winning.
Yep.
Yeah, great, awesome weekend. Absolute fill up at Nowra.
Oh yeah.
To kick off the week well, and Apollo Mission was unbelievable. Even being an optimistic horse trainer, he still exploded my expectations and looks pretty well set to get to city grade now, and something like the 4 pillars for him. 1,500 midway 72 in November, 500 grand. So nice to have a horse heading in that direction.
Thought it was fantastic Apollo mission, so very, very keen.
Righto. Data.
Yep, let's see some data. Righto, golf lessons done and dusted. How was it?
Mate, well, I'm not off single figures by the end of the year. I'll keep up.
Good stuff. Absolutely low flying. Yeah. Hey, few winners on one on Saturday. Apollo Mission, very impressive. We spoke on his performance earlier. Went to Nowra on Monday. 2 winners.
Yeah, and duly tipped as well.
Oh yeah.
Which I'm sure we'll touch on many times throughout this podcast. But yeah, really confident. 2 horses that hadn't been having a lot of luck, and they found their right races, aided by some really good rides by some good senior jockeys, which is staying with my theory of the new season is no claims. We're going to try and stay away from claiming as much as we can, and also just running at better tracks. Apollo Mission could have gone to such a worse race, but I really want to concentrate on running at better tracks with less bias and putting better jockeys on, and I think it's going to get the stable better results.
Love it, absolutely love it, and I'll be looking for tracks with plenty of bias for our leaders, and away we go. We'll double down.
Big order to charge.
Yes.
He got away with
nice little segue.
Yeah, Lee McGorian. He got away with murder, but that's what good jockeys can sort of put that space on them early, and it sort of intimidates the other ones to go and take them on. Then they ended up walking, and Ride won the race. So
super ride.
Stick with our theory.
Might see him in a midway.
Yeah, big OTC to Rose Hill, 1,800 in a fortnight. Give the punters a thrill. They've brought a 12-start maiden off English Digital for next to nothing that you found Ganno, and he's won 45 grand from 4 or 5 starts, and they've got a runner at Rose Hill. So how good?
If he wins at Rose Hill, I found him. If he doesn't, Jono found him. So
if he runs 8, I find him.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, a few trialers down at Nowra as well. Suspect went around after Persuasion. A few good ones.
Yeah, old Mr. Metric's back, and Sunrise as well. Yeah, new addition. We love her.
So Artie was out in front doing his thing?
Yeah, he's a horse that we're really excited about him, and we're really excited about Artful Persuasion's potential because all the data that we're getting off the Equimeter suggests he could run a lot further. But he's working up like a sprinter, so it gives you that prospect and that hope that he can get out a bit further. But he's a nice horse, and he'll progress through city class horse. I think there's a couple of city class horses that trialled there at Nowra, so good to be kicking off the new season with some bright hopes.
Exciting times, mate.
Yeah. Hey, when I ring you 4 times on the way home from Nowra on a Monday night, a couple have gone.
Yeah, exactly right. Speaking of going good, how good was the comments section of the YouTube? There was over 200 comments. Nearly 1,000 people have watched last week's YouTube Beer and a Bet, so apologies there. But
was that 1,000 comments of me slaying?
Yes.
Fleetwood Mac, and no, I wasn't too savage on them. Beatles and Queen, I give them a high. Jeez, I got some filthy DMs on Twitter. A couple blown up deluxe about it. Hey, it's nothing personal. It's just opinions.
Just opinions.
We've all got them. But was that Was that for the Harry Angel, or were they just abusing me?
Both, combination. Of course, the Harry Angel 5% share up for grabs. All you need to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel, comment Harry Angel, and away you go. This is the last week. We'll draw it next week, and the winner will be announced on episode 12.
What the punters can't see at home is that Ganno gave me one job, and it was to buy a couple of these microphones. I've gone to JB Hi-Fi. He sent me the photo. I showed the guy the photo, and he's like, "Nah, we haven't got them." So I've dead set got the benchmark 58 version, and it is translating it into Mandarin down the bottom of the screen as we speak. So I'll tell you what, if that's on, if that's on when we snip this up, we're going to leave it on because
we're going to keep it there.
Absolutely hilarious to look at. And to all our friends who do speak Mandarin out there, apologies in advance.
Do you know how to say apologies in Mandarin?
No, I don't know. I have a year 9 education. I'm a racehorse trainer. I think Mandarin's a piece of fruit.
Speaking of shopping, Aldi back on the menu for you?
Yeah.
Have you turned the corner?
No, I haven't gone full circle, but I couldn't get a park, and I've darted into Aldi, and I've made my feelings towards Aldi
abundantly clear.
I couldn't hate a joint more.
Yeah. And
I've spotted the tiramisu, and I'm a sucker for a tiramisu. So I thought, I'm here. No one knows I'm here. I've got it, and I'm happy to admit when I'm wrong. It was outstanding, and believe it or not, I think I'll be back.
I'm going to steer you into the Aldi aisle, and if you can just find those pre-packaged meals, they're fantastic. When the missus goes away, cook them up for the kids. They love them. Yeah,
well, I haven't got kids, but I do eat like a child, so that could be right up my alley.
I'll take a photo, send it to you next time.
Between this podcast and our next, I will return to Aldi, and I'll do an Aldi review next week on something.
We had a couple of questions off the YouTube channel during the week. One was, how do we rate horses or rate races? So question for you, obviously, the horses are limited to where they can go. So if a horse has got a benchmark of 68, we can't really put it in a 58. It'll be carrying the world.
Yep.
How do you go about finding the races you want to put the horses into firstly, and then we'll chat about, once we find the horse in that race, what we do with that information?
Yeah, well, obviously New South Wales, we still run off two sort of systems where we've got the class races and the benchmark races. So even then, you still have to combine the two. Like, just because you might have a really nice 3-year-old or 2-year-old that's only won one race.
Yeah.
If they're still rated 70 and you take them to a class 1 in the bush, they're still going to get a huge amount of weight, unless it's a set weights class 1, which you don't really get often in New South Wales. So benchmark is sort of everything. You know, once they've won more than a race or two, benchmark really pivots the way they go. And that comes down to a lot of horses that we get offered to train or we think about buying as a tried horse. Like, they might be a really talented horse and lost form, but their benchmark rating is so high that unless they return to that level or very close to, you can't just drop them back to a race in the country or a race at the provincial. So there's a lot of good horses out there that aren't running to their benchmark, and you sort of cactus with them because you can't run them anywhere, and that's why you see a lot of horses go to Queensland or go to another state where it is a little bit easier.
Yeah, good stuff. And once we get the horse in the race, essentially we'll just have a look at the data points, work out a price that the horse should be, and then try to find a way to win. Sometimes they're $31 and we send them forward and roll the dice, and other times they're genuine $4 or $5 shot, and we ride them to how the horse is best ridden.
Like everything, it's no different to buying real estate or buying stocks, and that you're just trying to beat the market, and you're trying to beat the numbers and find that edge where you can and have the advantage and try and turn a 30 to 1. How can we? Once we establish that it's genuinely a 20 to 1 chance, is there another race for it where it's a better chance? If not, how do we improve that 20 to 1 chance to a $12 chance? It doesn't necessarily mean the horse wins. But can we ride it different? Can we claim off it? How can we get it from 20 to 12?
Exactly right. It's just turning the odds in our favour slightly. That's always positive, isn't it? Work, and we've had some good results with that as well.
Yeah. So. Sometimes it goes shit as, and you just think, we've just turned it into from a 21 pop to a 41 pop.
Well, after a few technical difficulties, we're back at Beer and a Bet. Beery's Temu microphones have really hit the spot. Welcome back, Beery.
Yeah, no, we're going to have to make a little bit more room in the budget for technical support because they were absolute stinkers. the bloke at JB Hi-Fi's got me good and proper there.
Yep, wins again. Rich get richer, old JB. Hey, mate, Trackwork Whispers. Let's have a little bit of a touch on horses that are flying down there at Kembla Grange. Anything we need to put in our black books?
Yeah, a few starting to really crank up at the moment, Ganno. I think Butterfly Styles, one that's really stepped up a bit late, starting to dash up pretty nicely. So she's going to have a quiet trial next week. I've been pretty pleased with her. Little Toronado Galini, he started to work up a bit, and he showed a little bit last time in. So he's gone on with it. He will have a jump out in about a fortnight. But yeah, no, there's a couple starting to sneak along. A bit of spring in the air. The weather's getting better. Starting to get some better tracks. So no, it feels like everything's starting to really crank up.
Good stuff. How is the track down there at Kembla at the moment? Obviously, we've got racing on there on Saturday. We've got a few runners going around. Are we on a sort of soft 6 or soft 7?
Mate, it'll be beautiful. Sun's out. A little bit of drizzling rain last night, but yeah, I think it'll be terrific. It played really well the other day, last Saturday, and yeah, I think it'd be great. They don't stop working out there. Every time you look out there, there's someone on a mower. Too afraid to go out and chat to them. I reckon they'll give me a job. So, the boys do. Yeah, I don't need that. The boys do a very good job out there. So, it'll be spot on.
Yep, super stuff. Love that. Let's go through our runners down there tomorrow. Let's kick off with Shalook. She's open around $16. Looks a very attractive price.
Yeah, well, we'll just do the staking plan and this weekend's runners in one, because we all know you love jumping on more than a bandwagon. But I am Team Shalook this week. I'm all about a second up, big track, little bit of sting out of the ground. Our mate Sprigsy, who we love, he's good on those horses that sort of roll forward a bit. She'll take a huge improvement. I thought she was super first up. She just peaked on her run. Yeah, I love her. I think she's a genuine $5 chance.
Oof. Love that. Nice little push. Hopefully we get this out early enough so we can get on those good odds. Who else we got going around at Kembla Grange tomorrow?
We've got Riverfrost engaged. We'll probably scratch him and take him to Maruya on Sunday. He loves Maruya. He's won 2 down there, the 1,000. He'll get back and rattle home. I think unless there was a significant amount of scratchings, Maruya looks the easier option for him. Mount Warning will be in the same race. They'll be top and tail. She likes to get out and roll along, back off a freshen up, and she enjoys a sting out of the ground. They've had a bit of rain down there, which will suit. And then Big Creamy, he had a first up spin, exact replication of last preparation. Town first up, dropped back to an open handicap in the bush, second up out to 1,400. Tick, tick, tick.
Love that. How are we going to stake?
Well, I'm really up and about Shalook. I think I'm going to go 50 the win, Shalook, and 30 the place, which gives me a little bit. I'll have the rest on Creamy.
Love that. Good stuff. Well, I'm going to have $100 on Shalook straight out at the $16. Just going to get nice and aggressive there. I think she's flying. Yeah, she does have to run.
Mate, there's moments of dealing with you when I think, I don't know about this bloke. Like I could go either way, but these are the times which just throw me back in the other direction. I love it. I absolutely love it.
At least we're honest.
You've got more confidence in me than I do myself, and that's an amazing thing. We'll see how we're sitting. We're sitting at 4:30 on Saturday afternoon when I'll say, "Don't worry, mate. I'll slide you 100 till next Thursday."
Hopefully it's not blind confidence, eh? Yeah, I think she's going really, really well. And look, she probably needs to run a career peak to win this race, but I think it sets up for that, right? So ticks plenty of boxes. She's ready to go.
I'll tell you what we haven't touched on is your setup today.
Oh yeah.
Where are we coming live from today? It looks like that if you escape there, that they'll make a series about it. Very dungeon.
This is very dungeon. We were in the shed dungeon yesterday. Now we're in the back of the pro shop. So up here with all the golf clubs, the only place that's quiet. Away behind
the scenes of Sydney golf courses with Mick Ganno.
Yeah, exactly right. All the ins and the outs. Speaking of golf day, we'll just put the graphic up now. The 13th of September, $100 per person. There's limited spots left, only a handful of spots available. That includes green feeds, drinks, and the lot. If you want to get involved, Mick at mitchbeerracing.com.au. Would love to see
I think
it.
there'll be a large influx in the last few spots in our golf day after they've witnessed my chipping, because they'll know there's one less to beat. That was disgraceful. You know what? I put it on the socials. Funny. I put it on the socials as a joke.
Yeah.
But then the more the night went on and I watched it a couple more times, it didn't make me feel good. I went to bed a sad man.
Well, there was plenty of upside in that golf lesson, and you did quite well. So, yeah, there's a couple of moments with around the greens, the short chips with your own technique that we've now fixed, and you're on the up and the up. I'll take the 51 as you winning the golf day. That's for
Thanks,
sure.
Chubb.
Yeah. Oh, gee whiz. We've done everything. I think that's about it. We've had a failure. We've had a few golf lessons. We've done upcoming runners.
Let's hope the week has less difficulties than us trying to do something a little bit different and buying microphones and that.
It's
a tough world, the digital world. It's a very tough world.
What a strip out. Two blokes that have digital IQ about one between us, and we've absolutely dropped the ball. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this week's edition of A Beer and a Bet. Make sure you do comment in our comment sections on YouTube. Subscribe and comment. Harry Angel to win 5% of the Harry Angel. We'll draw that next week, episode 12. Until then, have a great weekend on the punt. Make sure you cheer home those Mitch Beer Racing horses, and hopefully we get the job done for you.